Be ready. Let's waste him. Over there!
Halt! Not a step further. No one is allowed into the city without an entry permit.
If you want in, let's kill him and go in. If not, let's go somewhere where there's at least one less asshole.
Where can I get an entry ID?
You can't. We're full. We're short of supplies. So the decision has come down to close the gates. The full allocation of entry IDs has been given out, and we have instructions not to let anyone else in. Those outlaws have us stretched enough as it is. I'm not saying you're working with them, but until law and order is reestablished, we can't risk any more undesirables joining up with them. You'll have to wait till all this is over and done with. Say, there's a bunch of others who can't get in who've taken up residence in some houses near here. Why don't you join up with them?
Have there been any Alb attacks here recently?
With Zakor on our northern border? But they don't seem to be attacking us here for the moment.
But have you heard anything about Alexiters traveling through Abessa?
Alexiter Calyx was reported to have headed north with a few combat units and a troop of mechs.
Alexiter Calyx? So he's been promoted. Tell me, how long ago did Alexiter Calyx head north?
A few days ago. They must be back at the Ice Palace in Zakor by now. What's with the interest in Alexiters? You go chasing them, you'll just find trouble. And I don't want them tracing that trouble back here.
I'm asking so I can avoid them.
Don't treat me like a rookie. You sound like someone who wants a showdown. So let me give you a warning. That approach is gonna get you and anyone close to you killed.
Are you completely sure? I mean, yeah,
Don't
what the
mess
fuck?
me around, or I'll mess with
I
you.
need the shards. It's as simple as that.
I feel really bad about it.
Yeah, it needs to be totally reworked. If you can get the
No,
spares.
right?
I want to get into...
Have you tried to get...
Yes,
And?
I wouldn't be...
Okay. I can offer you a way to get into the city, but it's risky because you might not get out again. At least not if they confiscate your ID.
Why will...
All right. I just hope things don't... The clerics have shut the city up tight. They won't let anyone who doesn't have a valid ID through the gate. Not in, not out.
Why would the clerics stop people leaving the city?
They're stopping them meeting up with us. That's what I heard. Anyway, we're off the point. You want in, right? And I can give you a counterfeit. But once you're inside there, I need you to go and take an ID card to Cooper. That way he can come back. Like I say, I can get you in. But you good with that? Does that sound like...
Deal. Give me the ID, and I'll meet Cooper.
Good, right. You see, Wick has all the blank IDs. So before I can get you an ID, I need you to get me Wick.
Where is...
Well, that there is a good question. You see, he's been gone for a while. He'd gone over to the ruins to see if there was anything worth scavenging there, and hasn't come back. You should look for him over to the northwest if you're in a hurry to get into the... Just look through all the houses.
Someone's gotta sort this shit out before we drown in it.
I know who you're talking about.
Over there!
And a lonely death of the Mark of Tevar. Come to the family of Kalan. Come to Ignadon and rejoice in disciplined service from morning until night. This is me, Herbert, broadcasting from orbit to bring a warning to all free people out there. Stay safe in the wilderness. Magalan, our beautiful home, born of Kalan and a gift to all. But not all is beauty out there. Amongst the wonders lies danger. So remember, don't just carry a weapon, train how to use it. Plan your journeys to avoid areas inhabited by the beasts of Magalan. Find safe places to stay. After all, not all of Kalan's creatures are helpful and friendly as Herbert. This is me broadcasting from the orbit to bring a warning to all free people out there. Stay safe in the wilderness.
No, I'm not good enough for that.
The people from the old world obviously didn't value
Stop being
efficiency.
an asshole.
Just look at this wreck.
The Elex. The Elex is behind most
I
of
need the
this.
shards. It's as simple as that.
I am going, all right?
Wick is dead.
Dead? Shit. I told him whatever was there wasn't worth the risk. But Wick would do anything if it would mean him getting 2 shards. Ah, well, give me the blank ID. So, done. 1 fake ID ready to go.
Are
Out here.
don't you
If there's profit in it, I'll... What is it you're...
just show me?
All right.
I'll look.
Sure.
Here.
Shards to me, and
What am I supposed to do with?
you open the crate in the shack over there with it. I don't lug all my... Go on. Go and get...
Give me.
Okay, wait a second. Your image has... So, and this is take it to him. But make sure the clerics don't and do it as soon as you get in there. He's been at risk.
No. I can't believe that.
It's his own fault.
Someone needs to go out there and kill every last raptor.
Get something to drink first.
About the supply. Here's a...
Yeah, that is exact. Anyone making trouble?
Excellent. Watch out!
not a step known as a...
I have an entry ID.
Really? I thought... And you were here asking about getting... So tell me where you...
It's mine. I was issued one after all. Must have misplaced it.
All right. I'll believe you this once. I've got to be wary. That desert... Oh, and there are some rules I need to... First, stay away from the generators. Nobody but... That sort of security is why we need to keep an eye on IDs. So if you meet someone who's in... And Eric will take... We can only keep peace in the city if we all work together. That's what was laid down by the Great... And the Great Council gave the clerics the... That means... So keep the peace while you're in there. Our suggesters are busy enough without you adding to their workload. And that's it.
What's a suggester?
Our suggesters are the reason if someone causes trouble, then they're either thrown out, see a suggester for reorientation. But don't worry, it's a positive experience that will leave you happy. Even so,
Where?
just go straight down the path.
There have been so many patrols that got themselves in trouble recently, it's a wonder any of them are still standing.
What do you want? Do you back the clerics here, or do you want them gone?
You get right.
And are you gonna give me an answer?
I'm against.
Right, good. I can see you talk. They say they're here to keep things safe, to keep order. But it's obvious they want to drop their neutrality and extend Ignadon's control into Abessa. Not allowing anyone in or out of the city. That's just the start of it. You think that's because the Alps are getting closer? Or that those followers of Kalan really want a backdoor for invasion?
The Albs are more of a threat than the clerics.
Executions, converters, but those guys are only interested in Elex, and as far as I know, there isn't any more here in this. So why should they show any interest in attacking a fortified position to get it, instead of sweeping up all there is?
The Albs want all the Elex. All of it, no matter where it is.
We won't get in their way. We don't want Elex. They have to see that. They'd be attacking us for nothing. No, it...
Hunter said.
Why didn't he come and...
He was afraid he wouldn't be let out of the city again if he was caught.
You mean he was afraid the same thing would happen to him that happened to me? Fuck it. At least the suggesters haven't found me yet. Did Hunter give you something for me?
Yes.
Thanks. I was starting to think that I would never leave this stinking cleric-infested dome. I don't know if Hunter promised you a reward, but here's something for me in any case. You've helped a good cause. Trust me.
You still have your skill, Jax.
You need a break every once in a while if you're going to stay sane. Do you get one?
What is it you want?
Who are you?
You first. Come on. Who are you? There is something that is familiar about you, but I can't quite place it. No matter, I suppose. All people are welcome, and even Albs are allowed in here. I think Albs would be perfect people if they weren't so emotionless. But then, that is why they are the only faction I have never belonged to.
How did you end up?
That's a long story. If you're really interested in my tale, then I will tell you, of course.
The Albs would never choose you. I doubt they would even sully their converter with your miserable carcass.
What would you know?
What are you doing here in Abessa?
I take care of the mechs and drones here in the city, which means I coordinate and plan their maintenance and when I'm lucky, I get to roll up my sleeves and do some of the actual maintenance. Which I'm having to do quite a lot, with all the technicians we're missing. Say, are you good with technology?
I know the basics.
Unfortunately, that wouldn't be enough. We don't really have time to train people on the job. Not if they're not going... On the other hand, if you're looking for some... I have 4 people I've been told I should look at for taking the technician's job, but I don't have time to gauge their abilities. Would that be something you could... I'd pay you.
Yeah.
Great. The 4 names I have are Daryl, Naira, Rorik, and Riley. Though I'm really not sure about Riley. But speak to each of them and let me know whether you think they might have the right skill. Oh, and I'll need you to let me know about their loyalties. You know, can they work with clerics? Do they hate us? We'd be trusting them with the mechs and AI that defend the Dome City. So I don't want to employ anyone who might still be thinking about their faction, not our security.
You should think about leaving.
Huh. What do we have here? Fresh meat?
The only fresh meat here is you. Let me ask, do you eat Elex?
Do I eat... What are you talking about? How did you get the guard to let you into the dome? I'd watch out. They're probably trying to recruit you. You wouldn't be the first to come here looking for shelter only to end up bowing down to Kalan. However you got in, you're going to find it even harder to get out. The clerics are a little jumpy at the moment. You might say paranoid. So, when they do let someone in, it does make me wonder who they are and why the clerics thought letting them in was a good idea.
If it's so hard to get in.
I got in before things got so paranoid. And I came here for profit, of course. And getting hold of supplies is hard out here. So, if you can get them, well, that was the plan. Now...
And you just...
Of course I didn't let them. But getting around their ban isn't simple. It's impossible to get by the guards without an ID card. And they took mine from me as part of their crackdown. Now they say I'm causing trouble. But what else is a businesswoman supposed to do? Yeah, don't tell me. But this is about self-defense. I mean, what? Are we supposed to throw rocks at the Albs when they attack? But the clerics want to keep all the guns for themselves and screw the rest of us. They call it neutrality.
Sounds...
Yes. Yes, I could. Still, let's say he's right. And that I could get a hold of supplies. Not from Tavar, obviously. They've blocked that route. Let's say I could get some weapons from the Separatists, for example. Let's say they have weapons and need shards. And that they also have the business acumen of a stunned troll, so they need a salesperson. Me, for example. What if I was to say that? And what if I was to say that I have to find someone who could enter... If I was to say that...
I'd say you're walking a dangerous line.
I can't leave without profit. Hell, right now I can't eat without profit. So I need this deal. So if you blab, what have I lost? Nothing. And without any guns to show, it's just your word against mine. And even Alois isn't going to see that as justice.
I could help you get your weapons.
Good. Right. So, leave the city and find a separatist called Radok. I think he's a separatist. But he has the weapons and he likes trade. I think he likes trade. He wants to sell the weapons, but you'll have to work on him, okay? He won't just hand them over.
Where can I find?
Up in the Highlands. When we last spoke, he told me he was going to head over to the northeast. He mentioned, and with luck, he'll still be...
Hey, you.
Let me guess.
What? No, everyone's allowed to move about freely here. I just have a question. You got here I just want to know what things are like outside the dome. What's going on out there?
There is war going on. You must have heard about it.
Heard, yes. But we're cut off from it. They can't get into it, so they pass us by like a river around a rock. Kalan gave us the knowledge, and now look what we've achieved. A safe harbor for all people. The clerics and Ignodons say we've strayed.
You?
I designed the plans for it, then we built it together. My name is Eric, chief engineer here in the dome. I'm in charge of all the generators and technicians who oversee them.
Why don't the clerics help?
The dome requires immense amounts of energy, and the fluctuations in it have to be constantly balanced. The technology is complex. That means there's no way to cover the Hort with a shield like this. Besides, the cliff... Of course. Why do you think we built it? As long as we can maintain a constant energy flow, then some of the energy regulators are starting to
malfunction.
Of course they are. Outside of frying yourself if you try to adjust them. If we were attacked right now, the whole dome would go critical. I wanted to do it myself, but do you really? So, let's find out who... You should go to Ignodon one day. You could be a good cleric. Yeah, I know, I left Ignodon behind, but they could offer you better training than I could. I have the energy. Please, take it to Lutz and help him. Come back to me when you're done.
Am I crazy? Or is our generator power fluctuating?
Not again.
He's been bothering me with that for days now.
Yeah. Naira is an Alb separatist, so a bit of a long shot for loyalty. But she should have the technical ability we need.
You want to employ us?
We need someone. And I don't think your faction... Albs are usually very good with technology. I don't know.
Tell me.
Daryl is an outlaw. He's applied to be... So I want to know his motives. I'm hoping you can get if he's skilled and trustworthy. But I don't know that much about him.
What do you...
Rorik is a berserker. It might seem weird to consider a berserker, but I was one once. And I know Rorik used to work extracting Elex from machines in Goliath, so he know. And I think I could teach him everything else that he... And it would show that we were reaching out to the berserkers. Their magic is very powerful, but it'll be important to find...
I call that dangerous half-knowledge.
And you just realized that now?
Then why are we still working with that piece of crap?
People of Magaland, this is Herbert, broadcasting spiritual advice and handy tips to all the people. You should know, there is a place. Stay clear of him.
Hey, you. I heard you speaking to Eric. He gave you an energy regulator for the dome, right? Give it to me, will you? Very soon now, you're going to need the right sort of friend, and giving that to me will earn you that.
What's in it for me if I help you?
Profit is profit. I respect that attitude. What do you think about 100 shards?
Okay, give me the 100 shards.
Here. Give me the regulator. Give me a moment. It won't take long. So, done. Here you go. Take it to Lutz like Eric asked you to. You won't regret trusting me. Now, I've got a way out of here, so you know who to find if things go to hell.
What happened?
Nothing at first. All that I did was install a small emergency. If things escalate here, if the clerics won't let us out of the city anymore, or if the outlaws lose it, then we have a... I hope we don't have to use it, but...
Let's...
Okay.
That will do little for us.
Nothing is free in life.
He always thought he could talk his way around anyone.
Why even waste time thinking about it?
What are you doing here?
So, you come here from Goliath?
Goliath? No. I was exiled to the valley before I...
He has been chewing on that thing for days. Don't take it personally.
You escaped in a crate?
Yep.
I've never trusted her.
Most of them annoy me. All of them annoy me.
Well, well.
Is she really so gullible?
I've heard that before.
Not like that.
I don't know enough about her.
The gift and treasures of travel, for it brings new encounters. So what are you? Merchant? Bounty hunter? Or a nobody, like most people out there?
I'm not in a faction.
Well, guess you're one lonely son of a bitch then, aren't you? Here, before you start begging for help, consider it a gift from the Duke. You gave me enough that I can share.
Keep your charity.
It isn't smart to refuse a gift from the boss. You should learn to...
Vivian sent me to talk to you about the technician's job.
Yeah, good. And I'd like to apply for the job. And I'm willing to pay any price to get it. While I'm certain there must be people better qualified than me, there isn't anybody who will pay you as much as I will.
How good are you at...
Absolutely crap. I don't know one end of a screwdriver from, well, a hammer, to be honest. But I'm a fast learner, and if I have someone I can ask, then the rest won't be a problem. And did I mention the whole financial...
What do you...
What's this got to... This job, and I can assure you, and as for my interests, you can count on... And the better access I have to new information...
I've heard an...
Okay. And remember to...
Excellent work.
Are you here to seek shelter or to cause problems? This area is a sanctuary for refugees. There's nothing here for reavers, recruiters, or troublemakers.
I'm not a reaver.
Then I hope that means you're here to help.
What brought you out here?
This is a place away from the war. A place people can make up their minds without being pressured to join one of the factions. If the people here wanted to join a faction, they would have. But some people aren't ready for that. Or they've been...
So there's no faction.
Well, the clerics keep order, but it's not like the Horde where entry means you have to join them. Here you can forget about factions.
You're a berserker. Is it...
I don't answer to a dad. And these people belong to no faction. I stand as their protector against anyone who would force them to do otherwise. My only connection to Edan is my magic.
have you been?
Exile? There are those in Idan who want to use my magic for their own purposes. Ever since my power started to grow, they changed me. Their mana changed me, and that changed. I'm becoming stronger and stronger.
If that's true.
I do, but sometimes it overwhelms me. That's why I fight alone. If I lose control of a spell, there's a chance I could kill anyone and everyone around me. The warlords wanted to test me. Now I need to find a solution myself. But to do that, I need to study the properties of Elex, to learn more about it.
Are you?
You know you wouldn't need to diffuse things if you didn't get people wound up in the first place. Damn, this is like being back in Goliath.
I could use some.
Use? There's a word I've heard too much.
I could help you.
What do you know of what I need? What do you know of how to help me? Elex mana, chems, exposure from food tainted by it? It stays with people. You have its mark on you.
I took Elex in the past. Is that what you're seeing? Or is there something else?
Took it? You were fed it. You were an Alb soldier. Well, it seems we have something in common. We've both been fed Elex in one form or another. It's changed us. And neither of us know what that means we are now.
What do you
And what exactly is...
I am going to end this war by taking the fight to the Elexitors. And I'm trying to put together a group skilled enough to win that fight.
And you think I'll take part in this?
In return, I will help your quest to find the Elex you're searching for. Then you can improve your magical abilities. You said yourself, the longer you are here, the more you fear your powers will overwhelm you. The longer you stay here, the more danger you put these people in.
Even if that's true.
I was an Alb. I know Elex and I know magic. I know the impulses that follow you even during sleep. I know the nightmares and the problems of trying to control power that really wants to control you. And I know what it's like when all that is taken from you. We can help each other.
And it's not like I have other options. Not in the long term. You're right. I'm hiding from it here. I need to get out. I'll wait by the main gate. And we'll see if your action. You should stock up here before we go.
I will meet you by the...
Just don't keep me waiting.
A poor choice strategically.
Are you here to pay me those shards you owe me? Because I'm pissed at how long you're taking to pay.
I've heard that before.
Don't mess me around.
What do you want from me? To drive me off? Or maybe even have me killed? You don't scare me. Your people are a plague upon this land. Although, there is something different about you. Do you usually...
I wasn't.
Yes. You stopped taking Elex. That is rare. Which makes me question how you did it.
Vivi.
I am without question the best candidate they will find. Therefore, select... But I need proof that the clerics are really willing to work. If I am to work for the clerics, then I would like to be paid. The free people seem to value shards above all things, and so payment would be proof that they...
What?
I served as the battlefield I have already discovered errors in the AI systems of the clerics' mechs, and I would be able to modify them. Even the dome isn't running as efficiently as it could.
I'm not.
Good. Then I will not work.
Hey, you're new here in the...
Yeah.
I thought so. I saw you come through the gate. Anyway, I want to ask, have you been to Idan recently? A good friend of mine is still there.
Who's your...
His name is Kral. He's a guard at the Mana Shrine. At least, he was when I left. He thought he still had a chance to save his brother, Grimar, from the Alb Converter. Do you know what happened?
No, I don't know, Crawl.
No? Then,
Viv?
is it about the technician?
Yes.
I'm interested, but I'm not sure that this is the job for me. I mean, I've not had much to do with technology. I've tried to learn since I came to Abessa, but I'm still only just starting out.
If you get orders you don't like...
I don't know. But the clerics don't ban some people from doing some things and not... If I want to learn about technology, they'll let me. Okay.
Teach me something.
Of course.
Yep, you can't say that, but we need more food first.
Stop being an asshole.
Will you stop sneaking?
You got lucky.
That wasn't luck.
If you're here for the food rations, then I'll tell you what I told the other 100. Someone must have been making a joke. I don't have any, so you can just turn around.
I was probably...
No, damn it. Who even told you I have food to give out? Sorry for being so irritated, but it's just... I'm just so sick of it. The belligerence between the berserkers and outlaws. Everything was simpler when I was a cultivator in Goliath. We had laws and everyone obeyed. Why can't people just...
If you...
No. But when it became clear that the seedling wouldn't grow, But now, we went against orders from Goliath. If I go back now...
Ask the technicians.
If even half of that is true.
About the Kent...
Yes?
You should make the outlaw.
Well, I said we might be able to trust an outlaw, but tell me...
He knows his way around technology, and I'd say his...
that is... I want to believe you. I don't want to judge. I hope you're right about him. I'll take him on. Thank you for help. Here. I'd better go and take care of my new recruit right away. This should secure us going forward.
Well, it's hard to get parts out here.
Don't tell me you're backing them up.
Well, there's...
Hey, thanks for the I got the job, and so before I do, an outlaw. Here, smoke one. I have the troll dung, snort it, smoke it.
Forget.
Well, from time to time you need to open it. But if you want that done, you see someone else. Real business, a proper opportunity. And the Duke thinks they're planning to take control everywhere, sooner or later. And he thinks the Dome City could be the starting point for their... So, my job is to find out if he's right. If there is something brewing that could be dangerous for...
What if...
Pretty much nothing so far. They've not been very loose-lipped around me.
So...
I want you to find out... Now, I can see in your eyes that you haven't fallen for... You aren't simple enough to believe every piece of troll shit you're fed.
What do you...
All that you have to do is get some answers out of somebody, and I've even got the... His name is Lutz. He's one of Alois. As far as I know, he's trying to re-establish communications with the other clerics in Ignadon. While Alois will tell you the clerics here are neutral. Go and grill Lutz. Do that, then come back.
That shouldn't be difficult. Let's get this done and take the...
How many?
Enough. I pay. If he's not on a call, then he's usually working maintenance. Just walk along the battlement.
You were lucky. Yeah, sure.
Well then, follow.
Keep your hands off my... Any accidents are gonna be dangerous for me, you... The energy regulators are screwed. The surge gauge is failing and I can't see why. And now the shield profiler is returning a really strange set of values. Altogether, that makes for one dangerous set of problems that could fry both of us if the wrong bit of kit gets jolted. And I'm the one who has to fix all this. Ah, shit, I can't even sort out the replacement parts until I have this stabilized.
Eric sent me.
Oh, thank Kalan. Do you...
Yes. He...
That thing... This is definitely what Eric gave you? It doesn't look at all standard.
Yes.
Okay, as you say, thank you for bringing it to me. Meanwhile,
I heard you are having trouble establishing communications with the Horde in Ignadon.
That is just...
I just overheard someone talking about it.
So the word is out? That is a worry, a real worry. Well, we can't waste any more time. We need to fix that comms relay station before anyone tries to take advantage of our problems. Since you're in the know, can you help me?
We might be...
An agreement? Okay, if you don't help us, we can... And if things fall apart out there, you can...
What's...
We're awaiting the delivery of some combat mechs. But they haven't arrived, and we've no way to check what... That's why we've got to get the link back up now, so we can find out what's going on.
What do you...
I don't know. I guess they're worried about security. And supplies. We need firepower to get enough food and tech spares into the dome to keep things going. And that's before the Alps. Zakor might have left us alone recently. But it's not just about mechs. It's about food and news and everything else. We need to get this fixed. And please. Otherwise, we are very... Here are the coordinates of the relay station that's gone down. Head that way and keep looking out for net. But I have no idea what the issue is there. You might be able to fix it at the bottom. There will be a device somewhere on site that you can use to recalibrate. I hope that'll be... Maintenance is...
Lut.
Good. I thank Kalan for...
There's nothing shards and
They say that, but you know they collect Elex for themselves.
You got me just in time. So, go...
I assume you don't want to hear about...
No, I don't. I need information about what... He must have said something.
Lutz said something about combat mechs being brought here from Ignadon.
That is the proof. They're planning an offensive.
He didn't say anything about an offensive. He mentioned defense.
No, there's no need for mechs for that. It's clear the clerics are planning something. Did he tell you anything?
Yes, he wants me to help him re-establish contact.
How are you supposed to do?
There is a defective relay station between Abessa and Ignadon. I'm supposed to readjust the antennas there.
Yeah, he doesn't look like someone who'd want to go outside the city. He's too cozy in his machine rooms. But when you readjust that antenna, you can install a little transmitter for me at the same time. That way, we always have an idea what the clerics are up to. That'll make the Duke.
Then shouldn't you...
Hey, the Duke already loves me.
That's it. I'm going.
Blah.
You should...
If I...
Yeah, if you say so.
What kept you?
Yeah.
So you are. And are you planning on telling me where you've set up camp or what?
Okay.
You've done a lot, but you still have got a lot of work ahead of you. Or we have.
And we're not going to get where we need to without a jetpack.
Don't worry, I know how to use one of those. I'll keep up. Now can we talk about...
Follow.
Very well.
Hey, you've been hiding.
Yes.
Well,
Well, I'm looking for a guy, and he's called Ray. He's an outlaw with a big mouth on him. You haven't met...
I've met a lot of...
Yeah?
What's...
If it's a real lead and not troll, but don't think you can go lying to me and making up...
You once possessed great Elex abilities, didn't you? You're probably a soldier from Zakor, possibly even a commander, but you are now free from Elex, and from the orders that come from the heart of Zakor. Have you come here to die like the clerics that I just killed? Or are you here to trade?
I'm not...
Good. I have traveled alone since I left Zakor, and I... Still, if you have information to give me, that would be useful. Information and shards are what an alb needs to survive in the lands of the free people. Not that either of those things help the...
Paid.
Paige? Do I know Paige? Face is a name, but... You must... But... It seems there are 2 followers of Kalan nearby who are anxious to quickly decide.
You can...
Good. Then let us send Kalan as... This one's mine!
Lousy.
The clerics lie in the dirt, and there is no sign of their so-called god. Let us hope the stench of these bodies makes the rest of his followers think before they challenge the Separatists. Loyalty is what will save it. I also have something that... Here, it should be enough for her to start her plans. I will arrange to deliver the
I will pass.
Do so.
too easy.
Hello, You should stock up on everything.
I'll take care of that thing!
Let's do this! Be careful!
Do you know what you're doing here? Do you understand the paths you have taken?
What are you...
Kalan sent me to help them find...
No.
I see it differently. I think that you are... Think well about how you respond.
You are right.
Then you can hear Kalan's call. You see, the Kalan is our... I know not all people find belief. Tell me about yourself. Where have you...
In...
An alb. We live in changing times. The only albs to be seen... Now there are separatists and... You. Interest. If you... Have you joined...
No.
Then you will... To know who we are, and how have you survived out here? Have you taken the life of it?
No.
No? You have survived out... That is hard. I just have one last... So tell me. Did you
Yeah.
I expected you would. Everyone does out here. But you will like it there. Close your eyes. Your search.
You're awake. Good. Welcome to the holy ground of Kalan. You may be somewhat confused, but that will go away as the effects of suggestion fade.
What happened? What are we doing at the Hort?
Raynor has selected you as an initiate, a candidate suitable to be recruited into the cleric.
You assholes kidnapped me.
No. No, what do you think we are, outlaws? You were given a choice, and then persuaded to come here. You have to understand that you are being selected as an initiate. Your place is here now. Report to Reinhold.
The clerics think they were blessed by their god. What sort of a god would make you live here?
You don't like it?
This place seems to want to devour all natural light. And with light fades life.
Where?
You are in Ignadon, at the repository of Magellan's knowledge, and last bastion of the free people.
You have a...
The Hort holds and protects old world knowledge. Our mechs hold back the Albs. I hope we can find more people to stand and fight beside them.
It's amazing that it's still here.
Knowledge and technology are gifts to offer us.
We just got out. There were shots. People are taking anything they want, killing people to do it. We needed gas, but a crowd overran the gas station. They set it on fire. We're going to try to get to the reservoir, then head east down the coast from there. Hopefully, we'll have enough fuel.
This is me, Herbert, speaking the truth. Bringing a warning to all free people out there. Stay safe in the wilderness.
Look out!
I wonder what those ruins are. And if the Alps win and we're consigned to history, I wonder, will people ask the same questions of what we leave behind?
We don't tolerate criminals here.
Okay, that should be child's play. It seems to have worked. easy.
Back in business.
Good. I was hoping for some high. If you'd brought spitball, people just aren't here. This is for getting.
So, you come here from Goliath?
I know. I've been picking up that bro. I couldn't have got anywhere close to their comms equipment. Now, whatever they're planning...
And my show.
Well, you know, when I think about our first meeting, I remember you turned down the Duke's generous offer. So, you know, free from the evils of capitalistic...
You're go-
How about a few smokes?
How about you give me the Elex that you offer?
All right. Here. But don't forget to see Lut. If he thinks everything's working, he's gonna be looser with it.
Yes, thank you. We've had to do a bit of clearing. What do you think? Is the station to the northeast in a good...
You had better at.
The owl? So, Zakar's trying... Here, this... You shouldn't think that I don't...
I saw you.
You saw me what?
I saw how you came through into the dome. Who are you? Fuck. What is this, an invasion? Can't you all just go back to Zakor? Well, you'll find more of your kind back. Or you can go and do whatever it is you... None of you will be staying. But before you go... Caleb, I lead the Berserkers who've chosen to set...
You are separate from the...
We have kept our beliefs, but left behind the laws. Well, none of us are allowed to return to Edan now. As to why they came here, well, the first settlers were sent to Abessa to play, but they were cut off from Edan by the Alps. Left on their own to survive, the warlords in Goliath weren't happy. And since they settled here, others have...
You don't feed the belly, the rest of the body will die.
What an ass. He should have known that.
You there. I've been looking for you. You're the person who realigned the antenna, aren't you?
Okay.
By Kalan. Is it you that we have to thank for regaining contact? And those skills you've demonstrated, well, I have need of them again. So if you can spare some of... Are you willing?
Yes.
Well, that's simple. We need to send someone to the Horde to make a delivery. So I thought immediately of someone with the requisite survival skills. You see, we are awaiting the arrival of some combat mechs to boost security. You have already proven your abilities. We'll give you the...
Give me...
Oh, you don't need it. A supply party has left the Horde. Here, please, take this crate. They will be waiting near a ruined bridge to the north. And just so you know, the crate of... I know you've shown that I can trust you, but we have to have it.
Yes? Is there something urgent? I have a lot to... This city is made up of a whole mass of confusion. Everyone looking for a new start. No one able to forget their past. Well, let's say that I'm the person holding all these threads together. There's no ruler here, we all work together. Everyone here, whatever you're searching for, It will only add to the list of demands and providing for the people we already have is that means to accommodate everyone we're on strict rations.
I wouldn't have expected the clerics to care so much for others.
Some of our brothers turned away from our oath. They believed the Hort and Ignadon must come before.
How long have you...
I've been in office and it hasn't been easy. Maintaining a neutral position to the factions while fighting. By Kalan, there really are more pleasant posts they could have appointed me to.
What if...
Some have tried. This city was created by the Great Council. They made the clerics custodians of this place and their legacy. The Great Council may be long gone, but what they stood for, a unity of purpose, a future for all. So, it is our job to serve all, no matter their background, however hard our
Listen, the council is gone.
You don't think that was a bad... Laws for prisoner exchange that assured borders? Even if you don't care about the blood spilled since the council's rule was broken, the clerics swore to a code, and that includes keeping our oaths. And an oath was sworn to the council by my forefathers. That makes it tense. The battles out there are always reflected in here. Tensions run high if the outlaws attack the clerics, or the clerics... And there's always the fear of an alb invasion. Those tensions drive greed. There is war out there, and here your shards will be stolen from your hand if you aren't careful.
Why have things become...
Maybe it would help you if I tell you... The Berserkers have lived more and more reclusively ever since the outlaws are more organized now the Duke has taken power, and the Alb separatists seek shelter with us. All told, very dark signs that we've... And here we are. If you want to help, there is something that has to be taken. You must have noticed that the mood is one more issue, one wobble, and everything we've held together here. One of my people has reported that the outlaws are expecting a weapon. The last thing that this city needs is... And who knows who the outlaws... I want you to intercept this delivery.
Are you happy?
Keeping the factions together is always an issue. The outlaws are always up to something, but things have gotten worse. I believe an organized group has started operating here. Now, from the little I've heard, they're more like a secret society. I've offered a large bounty for any... And capture would be best. I want to find out who their connections are. If you...
About... Someone else.
What? I needed to stop those weapons getting out into the city. If you want to fit in here, rather than just turning up, I shall just have to hope that we manage to stop whatever trouble.
Well, well.
Hey, have you helped me out and I'll...
Give him the shards. He really needs...
There, take the...
Thanks. And since you have helped me, I'll come back in a few days.
That was great.
I'm...
We should go. It's dangerous here.
Ah, here comes our delivery. What were you doing, taking a shit? You took forever.
What happened here?
Well, what do you think? It was you who made sure we could listen to the cleric's radio signals, right? So, we heard about the Elex you were sending and thought we'd take delivery of it. Oh, and we killed these assholes while we were waiting. Thanks for bringing us the Elex, by the way.
You were supposed to be spying on the clerics, not slaughtering them.
We're listening to them, thanks to you. That's how we know about the Elex. What were we supposed to do, waste an opportunity? Now give me the Elex and let's get on with it.
Here, take the Elex.
There. Good business and profit all around. Oh, I see the clerics secured the crate. Don't they know we specialize in explosives? Fucking idiots, aren't they? Here, with greetings from the desert of Tavar.
What happened?
We'll take it to the... With this amount, we'll be able... This concentration. I'll get that beast myself.
I left here a long time ago. Conversation, politics, they're just distractions.
Teach me something.
Of course. Stop messing around with that technology, will you?
Take that tick to the pit. It should be disposed of.
About... Rock wasn't anywhere near Goliath when the murder was committed. I'd say...
I didn't think he would have the opportunity.
I don't... Asgore was his and Baron just wants to be left alone.
All right. Even though, frankly, I only think Ragnar want... Let's take him off.
Thorgal wasn't anywhere near Goliath at the time, and he has witnesses to...
Yeah.
Garen just wants to hunt. He didn't like Asgore. Besides, if he had killed Asgore, he'd have...
Yeah,
It's not conclu...
I agree. I don't think...
Eardor didn't have time to commit a murder. Besides, he's just too weak.
Yes, I agree.
You recently became a warrior.
Yes, but trust me, I'm happier with my job collecting waifs and strays than... I think I'm making more of a difference doing what I'm doing.
You were right. The investigation was a waste. All of his suspects are innocent.
It's Ragnar we'll have to convince. He is certain...
Then who do you
I don't know.
Then tell...
What about Baron? He didn't have a problem.
There was no...
Then it must be him. The others all have alibis.
I thought you said Ragnar only included...
Ragnar wants answers. He's insisting the murderer is found. Do you know where Baron...
I found him in the forest, but he said he takes time off to go to the lift into the Valley of the Damned.
Then we should go there and see what we find. You want me to come with you?
What?
Who knows? But we don't have any evidence, so... Since when have... What other leads do we have? Look.
Alright, what is it?
We won't know until... Have a look around, bring me...
What do you mean?
Bring anything you find to me without disturbing it.
Then you...
No, I just...
Right.
Just trust me.
I could...
Then you have it.
You think you can keep up with me?
I know. I have one that I haven't taken.
Can you use it?
Yeah. I'll deal with...
Then let's... There's an abandoned camp in some ruin.
You lead? The Berserkers have held the Alps back with bravery and
Come.
You've already got someone with you.
Not bad.
You should...
Okay.
Follow.
Yeah. I'll get this one.
Hey, you.
What do you...
I'm looking for a guy who was supposedly seen in the area recently. His name is Ray. Whiny little shitbag. Reckons he's a...
Ray?
Lucky you. Let me know if you...
Remarkable country.
I found some...
What'd you find?
Here. Do you think this could...
No, that was Ascor's. And now we find it at a place Baron confesses coming to regularly? Huh, I'd say we have some evidence.
I saw...
You got to the truth. For that, I thank you. I'll take things...
Is that...
The destruction of a seedling is a matter for a warlord.
Uh-huh.
I take this to Ragnar. He'll deal with it from here.
You want to know what I think about the murder?
Very well. What do you think?
Well, there's just not the proof. There's only one person associated with Ascor we've not investigated. You.
Me?
You were a rival to Ascor. You carry a sword. Then you find out Baron goes to where the seedling was found, and suddenly think he's a prime suspect.
You can't think I did it.
I do. It's simple. You murdered Ascor.
What are you talking about? You can't seriously think it was me.
Tell me your alibi.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You spend your time outside, Goliath. And you've spent all your time trying to persuade me not to investigate this. Then tell me. Tell me, or you'll have to tell Ragnar.
Ragnar will see me dead. I'm an outsider, and Ascor was born a berserker. He was known, and he was one of Ragnar's favorites.
So you did kill him?
Kill him? Yes. Murder him? No. I found Ascor by the lift one day. He'd managed to kill the seedling he'd been given. He knew that would stop him becoming a paladin. He attacked me.
So why hide that? And why frame Baron?
Baron's been blackmailing me. He found me with Ascor's body. He knows I'm an outsider. Who would they believe? Who do you believe? I gave you a chance. Won't you do that for me?
I can see why you did it. I'll keep your secret.
Thank you. You don't know what a weight this has been. I owe the berserkers. Now I owe them more. I didn't want him dead, but he flipped on me. I don't think it helped that it was me. He couldn't stand the idea that he'd be facing exile while I continued on as a warrior. Property that belongs to the berserker. You now know who the murderer is. That's what you needed to discuss.
Time for you to step aside and let me...
What do you mean?
I solved the murder.
Wait a moment.
I could tell Ragnar that murder...
You could also...
You'll have...
You don't believe I can let you go to Ragnar?
Then draw your weapon.
Then do it. But quickly.
You...
Yes. Ascor was a trusted and well-liked member of our... So it was only right that his murder should be investigated. Justice. Ascor's murder... Anything you know would be helpful, but...
Baron murdered Ascor. He confessed to me. There's no doubt in my mind that he...
Baron? I only put him on the list. If he's confessed, he's confessed. And our murderer... No. I have a better idea.
With pleasure.
Then go quickly. You did well to bring this information here. I am surprised you solved... Further problems? The warlords discussed this, and the Ison clan promised.
The Ison clan?
Then you should speak to Angram. If you can't persuade him, then try Cormac. He agreed to cover any problems.
If that is everything, I should get on.
Yet? Good.
The fort is well prepared for defense.
And their state of mind?
They have similar numbers of people to you. It's true that they don't all agree.
Then I will need to think again about Tavar. I was hoping... Tavar is always safer when it's fighting itself. Thank you.
I went to the Dome City in Abeth.
Any information about the other fact?
The people in the Dome City seem to want to remain neutral, but they are waiting to be attacked by the Alps. They know the war is coming.
I think they're short of supply. The war has displaced a lot of refugees into Abessa, and there's a lot of our... Thank you.
I visited the Horde in Ignis.
The horse? So...
They're prepared, well-disciplined, and they're developing new weaponry.
I had heard they were recruiting.
Their attention is focused largely on the Alps, but they haven't forgotten the other factions. I think their main concern is being attacked if they decide to take on the Alps.
At least they seem to have recognized... Thank you for your...
But...
Nor should you.
Then you will...
You will get paid.
You could...
A man should... No one will cheat you.
That is illogical.
A brave
Is that a...
From a lost sheep to a wolf.
When fate brings us together, I could use...
You lead. Opportunity. That was well done.
Damn technology! Take it to the Alps killed both his parents and his sister.
I'm here.
Oh, keep it short. I'm tired. So?
You told me that's your favorite place to go. Now.
Yeah, so? It's also the place exiles and criminals get sent.
You've been found guilty of Ascor's murder and will face justice.
What? No, I'm not a murderer. Duras killed Ascor.
You
It's the truth. Please, look at me. I have enough trouble getting up in the morning. I couldn't murder anyone. Oh, all right, all right. If the truth won't get me out of it, we'll show...
How?
You're as bad as Duras, and I'm not gonna end up like Ascor.
You really messed up there. I'll take care of them.
Do you think...
Two experienced warriors like us? A true warrior...
You should...
All right.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'll try to assist you in your... People will... I can feel the presence...
Like the convert...
You don't need any special power. No, I'm talking about unrefined Elex. I want to explore Magellan.
Deposits.
You're right. Part of its power is that it isn't from... But when it is processed by the Albs, the Elex changes. It becomes the transmuted form that keeps some of its power, but it's the Elex that came with the comet that To understand those secrets... Okay.
You have proven to be moderately reliable. Alb attacks on... Something must have happened in the Ice Palace.
What did you think of the last...
New routines recognized. Initialized. Failure. Forcing restart success. Initialize routines. Creating new parent-child relationship. Following.
Replacing people with technology. See where that got the old world.
You're saying machines were responsible for the comet?
The clerics are dying out as Magellan is beginning to live again. You think that's a coincidence? Big, ugly, overstated, and decaying. Welcome to Tavar.
You don't feed the belly, the rest of the body will die.
With all the things new life could offer Tavar, the outlaws fight us to live here.
They say they want their freedom.
Routine performed. Deleting parent-child relationship. Starting area monitoring protocol. Protocol executed. Starting area monitoring.
You actually got the U5? We're gonna do this. Then, as promised, you'll get... Here's your first payment. I think I owe myself some... You know, you're all right.
When do I...
You'll have to wait. But you'll get your Elex.
Oh, this place stinks. How do they live in this filth?
What are you doing
Alcohol,
here? There is nothing
chems,
for you yet.
and
It's
hope
better
would
if
be
you
my
go,
guess.
believe me.
I'm beginning to feel tempted myself.
Teach me. It will be...
That slop Chloe serves at her place tied me in knots.
Damn.